Perek Dalit. This is the time for Rosh Chodesh Tevis. We're in the middle of Perek Dalit. Until now, the Alter Rebbe explained that the Nefesh Elikis has three garments in which it clothes itself, which is Machshava, Dibur, and Maisa. The Alter Rebbe now goes on to say that just like, or I should say, unlike physical levushim, which are less important than the wearer, the garments of the Nefesh Elikis are even loftier than the Neshama, which wears them. So wearing its garments, in other words, thinking and speaking words of Teda and acting in performance of the commandments, elevates the neshama to a higher level. But since the Torah and the commandments are one with Hashem, so by, let's say, donning the garments of Torah and the commandments, also becomes united with Him. Behold, these three garments, deriving from the Torah and its commandments, even though they are merely considered garments. But the Nefesh, Ruach, and Neshama, and calls then, nevertheless, it's infinitely higher and greater than that of the Nefesh, Ruach, and Neshama. Even though usually we say garments are lower than the actual person, when it comes to the levushim of the Nefesh Elikis, they are really higher than the actual Nefesh, Ruach, and Neshama. But because of Bezer, as Bezer explains, that the Teda and the English are entirely one. Pirish, what does that mean? Teda is the Chokmah, is the wisdom and the will of Hashem. In other words, the wisdom of Torah expresses Hashem's wisdom. Practical applications in halacha, whether or not a particular object is kosher. So it expresses His will. Hulachad, it's the one and His glory and essence. With His glory and essence. Because He is the knower with knowledge, as explained from the Rambam and brought in Perek base. That these three aspects separate and distinct in terms of human intellect as they relate to Hashem, one and the same entity. Even though Hashem is called infinite, and His greatness can never be fathomed, and no thought can comprehend Him at all. So are His will and His wisdom. It says, there's no searching for His understanding. It is written, when you will search Hashem, will you find? And it says, my thoughts are not like your thoughts. This is what it says, where you find the greatness of Hashem, there you also find the humility. So, how can we approach Hashem's greatness to find and to be united through His humility by His lowering Himself to our level? It seems to Hashem compressed His will, and we're thinking the 613 commandments of the Torah and the halachas, and in the letter combination of Torah and the very letters and words of Torah contain Hashem's will and wisdom. Wherever even one who is ignorant of the needful fulfills the halachas, the precepts of Torah, just by understanding them. And Hashem's will and wisdom are also contained in the exposition of the psukim found in Haggadahs and Midrashim. And as you call it, fallen will of the never to the wolf of Adam, on the guy. In order that every neshama, Ruach and Neshama, in the human body will be able to grasp them in an intellectual way, the timing, in order to the Nefesh, Ruach and Neshama fulfill them, as far as they can be fulfilled in action, speech, and thought, by these thereby clothing itself with all the 10 faculties in these three garments, through Machshava, Dibur, and Maisa.